Yes, hello. In a second, took a bit longer to start because I was debugging my own stream configuration thingy. For some reason, just crashed immediately and oh, right. Thank you for putting that out so early. Should sound a fair bit better now. I would at least hope so. Good, very good. RTX voice doesn't like it when I am having other stuff running in the background. Let's see, this button. This button. There we go. Very good. Right, so this is a indie stealth horror roguelike thing. Came out like a week ago. And typically it's not something I would have a lot of interest in, but I do know that the dev of this game is like a proper stealth nerd. So I'm curious to see what this actually is. Interesting. I honestly didn't expect that to start. I was just looking through the menus. Hang on a second. But yeah, I don't expect to beat this given it's a roguelite. But hey, we'll see how it turns out. Q bandage E open wheel. F to interact. Okay. Don't know what relative controls means, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. I take it those graphs mean that I don't have a 5% movement speed or 5% bonus to movement speed yet. But I'm this far into unlocking it. Tinley was tired after many years spent applying to Silver Shark for a social credit loan, trying to get a spot in one of Ashworth Coast's more bearable neighborhoods and working 18-hour shifts 7 days a week. She finally cracked. All the work stress, isolation, and poor living conditions were too much for Tinley, and she soon took to the streets, wandering aimlessly, and resulted into petty burglary to survive and nightly streets fights for entertainment. Despite the authorities' best efforts, Tinley could never be kept in a classless shelter for long, and she roamed from city to city, continuing his. So yeah, not a native speaker, the dev. So we're playing as some petty thief. Definitely noticing performance issues. Can I go to the menu? No. Because I'm getting like 30 something FPS, which is less than ideal. In fact, it's so less than ideal that I'll just try again. Oh, new character. Okay. Worse character, apparently, judging by my movement speed not being even as high up as it was previously. And the frame rate is still kind of shit. Oof. I'm honestly not noticing the quality making any difference. Okay, there's some difference. Last time it was like high 30s, now it's like mid to high 40s, but it's still not good. Anything else I can do to improve the performance? Because this is not running well. I'd rather not drop the resolution. But I might have to. Let's see if that does anything. Hey Henry, thank you for the resub. That made no difference to the performance. Okay, so there are just some deep underlying performance issues in the game. Unless that didn't even change the resolution, now that I think about it. It's hard to tell if the art style doesn't really make it obvious. Now, VSync would... worst case scenario, or yeah, what it's supposed to do, is it would cap the frame rate to 30, which is also not good. So I never started the game. So let's restart the timer. So fuck it. I guess I'm sticking with like these 40 something FPS. So hang on, let me see. Okay, now it works. So right click does something. I assume this is like a throw, but I don't have anything to throw. And first time I clicked like this, there was a noticeable stutter of like half a second. I am the chosen one. How do I... Oh, 0 out of 2, I see. But yeah, it seems like whenever something new is rendered for the first time, like this "Where am I" text in the top corner. Speaking of that text, like whenever something like that is rendered for the first time, it seems like there's a noticeable hitch. So this could really use another round of performance checking. Yeah, again, it's like this guy got rendered, and I could definitely feel it. I can heal my wound. Oh, is this my health bar? Yes, it is. Oh, first automatic management system adopted by Sector 1. October 10th, 612? 10 years in the making, Microsoft Automatic Management System, or AMS, is finally ready to be deployed. The citizens of Sector 1 bravely took up the responsibility of testing out the system before its subsequent implementation in the rest of the United Conglomerate of Nations. With the help of the AMS, Microsoft posits that we will see an economic growth rate of over 30% in the coming fiscal quarter. The switch over from human management to automated resource allocation may be one of the most significant paradigm shifts the world has seen in the last century. Okay, that doesn't answer the question of why am I here. Just have to wait a few seconds to save. Okay, sure. Oh, well, that's not good. I couldn't. You know, for the sake of the gameplay, let's establish that this is a bonfire. You save at the bonfire. I mean, the character is effectively just a dev, giving me the crucial information so I can play the game. It wasn't something I would have ever been able to just figure out. I have to hide inside objects that shine. Okay. Is someone coming? Yes, someone is coming. I mean, if it was a real situation, then it's completely besides the point. Okay. Historical site of Moonhair Creek has been the center of public debate for this month as a group of natives claim it to be their ancestral home. Although the site has been unoccupied for over 600 years, archaeologists... I really wish I knew how years work, because if it's here 512 and this has been occupied for 600 years, when did they start their calendar? Blah blah blah. Archaeologists say that all findings point towards the natives' claim. The United Conglomerate of Nations declared that they agree to the natives' request as a gesture of goodwill. Yeah, I set up the webcam for Amnesia, and you know what? This is also supposedly a horror game, so we'll keep that camera rolling. I close the door. Kinda. Robbed beans, scammed by some slimy local business. Time to stop cutting your losses and start cutting your expenses. With patent look, crime insurance, you can blah 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 blah. These sound indicators on the edges of the screen are kinda nice. But they don't really give me any info on how far or how loud the sound is. I never had an issue with the hot tub not breaking, so I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, maybe you need magnum ammo, maybe that's something you don't have. I would assume you have it still, but... Or it actually could be like a frame rate thing, I suppose. Storage area. I wonder how this sign is supposed to work. Like, in this case, I get it. Storage area is probably this way, because it wasn't that way. But like, is this different depending on which way the storage area is, or is this different depending on which way the storage area is? I guess the key thing is that now I know that there are signs like that, and I should maybe keep an eye out for those. I mean, the plot is... Okay, apparently the first part of the quest was already solved, which is... where am I? I'm in a village. Got it. That's pretty much what we've established. And then there was a question about... why am I here? Don't know. Interesting how you can, like, even if I can't see the enemy, I can still see, like, parts of the view cone. Strange how that works. Yeah, can't fit through there. What? Okay, I'm gonna assume that what we are seeing currently is still like a tutorial more than anything else. Oh, you got it all wrong, Kyle. I am that guy, but he's controlling a drone that's flying above him so he can see. It's really dark in here, and he's using the drone's night vision to get some info on the surroundings. Right click to aim, left click to throw. Oh, I couldn't grab the rock. Shit. I assume there's gonna be many more around the corner. Brothers and sisters, don't forget to lock your houses before the night of the Equinox. We wouldn't want the prey to get into our rooms and find anything that can be useful. Subtle. Very subtle. Gee, wouldn't want that to happen. No climbing. Hi. Don't mind me. I'm waiting for that drug dealer sim update that makes the game good. Do they hear? Not when I'm crouching. If I'm running, then there is sound. At least judging by the indicators, the noise and vision indicators have been quite clear so far. I mean, I don't see why you would need a more complex storyline. I have just played Amnesia Rebirth, and if anything, that established that you don't need a complex storyline. In fact, a complex storyline might be a bad idea. Achievement unlocked, like 3 of them, in fact. One out of 2 landmarks explored. Shadow Pacifist Ghost. Yeah, that seems like the type of playstyle I want to go for. Both? Oh, it's just both Pacifist and Ghost. Okay, well. Killed 2 or more hunters makes you a killer. I mean, that's a good sign. It's not like you have to kill everyone in the map to get the killer, whatever this is. The fact that it's only 2 makes me think that going for any kills is probably going to be a bit of a challenge or a rare occasion. At least one or more, 2 or more traps. Okay, explode all the landmarks. Yeah, missed one. So what did I unlock? I guess some achievements. Achieve Shadow, achieve Pacifist, achieve Ghost, and complete the first map. And fill up the whole inventory. First map, and then achievement also mentions zones, so we'll see how this is structured. Okay, that was rather basic. Also, because I mentioned Amnesia, I was considering replaying some other frictional games. Find a way out! Like, I could probably play through the Penumbra games pretty quickly. Like, proper casual playthrough, that is. Kind of like I've been doing with Hitman. Which I'm sure just about nobody cares about. But I think it could be interesting to take another look at the Penumbra games. From a casual perspective. Because from what I remember, I really like them casually. But at the same time, it's been a really long time since I played them casually. Find the outpost. You know, Kynal, they are adding mod support to Rebirth in maybe the next patch. So something like that is probably going to happen again. So shit, this guy's position sucks. No, I could not make that. So much for ghosting. There is a sound mechanic, but it's only when I'm running. So... Oh, you can't see it. Also, I'm injured. I should maybe do something about that. So I should maybe check out if there's... Shit. Well, I sure fucked you up. I wasn't done exploring this. Broke my leg today, I was helping that in the cellar, blah 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 blah. Ain't got time for that. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that's the noise mechanic. Okay, you need scrap to unlock doors. Also, the medpack apparently healed me all the way to full. Oh, it takes 3 scraps to unlock a door. Citizens of Moonhair Creek revealed their ambitious plans for the Tonali Guest Ranch. Spanning over 50 acres of woodland, the ranch will allow its visitors to come and be immersed into local culture by taking part in many activities such as horse riding and archery, among others around... Hang on, I need to... Okay, there is a... There is one period in here. I just skipped over it. Among others, around the lush forests bordering the southern conglomerate and the villages. Village that publicly seems to have been taken in by the natives' idea, already eager to use it soon to be tourist attraction. Oh, wait. Is that a map? That circle is where I am. Okay. Okay. It has a bathroom. That's a point from me. Halloween update. Oh no. Oh no. Kinda look. You know how today or yesterday you were saying how you watched the first 2 seasons of Fargo and you thought the season 2 was better and that everyone else is wrong? Ever consider that it might just be that you have bad taste in things? Just, you know. It could be you. Mr. Baby Shark VR dancing world record holder. Season 3 was better than 1. See, I never watched season 3, more than like a couple of episodes. And I'm not sure if you saying it's better than 1 is convincing, because you're already wrong about season 2. Just the way it is. Sure, let's learn how to use a trap. Oh, and I also gain scrap from it. Okay, so that's worth it. I can make a bear trap, but I don't really want to. I want to be able to ghost. Right, can see where you can place the trap and press left click to place it. Okay. Or I could avoid him. Maybe. You know, let's follow the tutorial as the tutorial wants me to. I really, really don't. Oh! Oh! Well, he was easy to lose. Okay, so traps don't kill them. Got it. Also, that hurt. Facer loves to use the rocks. No, no, not really. I've thrown one. North house, south house, camp. So I wonder if they can see my blood. Considering I am leaving a trail of blood behind me, it seems like it would be a mechanic. But at least so far they're not reacting. I don't know. Maybe later on there's a different enemy type or something. DDS is a drug dealer simulator. It's basically shovelware. It is! You know it is! I probably shouldn't be able to see the house from here. Oh, never mind. Last time I thought I healed all the way to full with one medkit. I was wrong. I just happen to have 2 medkits. Hey, Pokemon. Yeah, so far it is very much stealth. It's not very original stealth, however. It's rather basic so far. We'll see where it goes. It's still giving me tutorials and stuff, so we'll see. I can't hide in here. Yes, I can. I can't look at the map while I'm in here. Yeah, the outdoor sections especially have been, like, incredibly easy and basic. Indoors the camera zooms in and that already makes it a lot more difficult. I am over there and I'm heading... trying to fight... okay, the map didn't really help me. So there's a save point, so that's good. Should I assume that this is the wrong way? Probably. Yeah. What if the prey is near the spike beacon? Don't know, man. No, I don't think I should play really bad horror games. I would rather play good and interesting games. I know there's a whole host of absolute rubbish that came out since Amnesia Dark Descent came out. that try to replicate that, but end up being just bad. Finding a good, funny, bad game is really hard. I have tried. A couple of times I have succeeded. But generally speaking, most games are just bad, and not in a funny way. Find the light beacon. Like Rambo, looks really, really boring and bad, but not funny. Oh, I actually didn't notice that guy. Can I fit through here? Yes, I can. Now I might actually need a rock. For once. Okay, so it seems they don't actually walk to the rock, they just look in that direction. Alright. Why does Accident sound like it's published by the same people who published Drug Dealers in? Because I know they absolutely do complete early access shovelware, like on a weekly basis. Like, actually, like, disgusting publisher. By any standards. Okay, I got around to Light Beacon, and that's the end. Okay, Pacifist. No ghost this time, because obvious reasons. 5 alerts. That went poorly. if I get spotted at the edge of their vision, I think they will open fire based on past experiences. Okay. Prowler. Okay, is that a new enemy type? Previously, when I've seen like discussions like that, it's always been Hunter. Microsoft's virtual reality social platform Virtuoscape has been a massive hit among the citizens of Conglomerate for the past year. Netting over 200 million active users as of the time of writing, Microsoft Virtuoscape undoubtedly is a massive success. Ecologists, however, are concerned that the platform's rising popularity may have adverse effects on the environment as less resources are allocated towards ecological preservation due to the significant drop in In recorded citizen biodome time, there just isn't much of a need to nature anymore. Witcher Cave simulates it much better than reality ever could. Okay. Let's not go into that room. Also, I couldn't even go into that room. Apparently I can't even pick this lock. Yeah. It's been a month since the accident. Most of the pain went away, but I can't move my leg properly yet. It's too stiff. My mom hasn't been feeling too well lately either. She's been coughing a lot and went really pale. I hope I can get better soon and help my father with work before they cut out the healthcare allocation again. These notes seem really at odds with everything else in here. I see. I see how the maps work now that I see a second one. Honestly, I don't see myself going for all the... Ah! What the fuck? Well, you took me by surprise. What the fuck? Oh! And it's permadeath. Do I start from all the way to the beginning, or do I get to start from where I was? Like, that same area, at least. Okay, same area. Okay, that's good. And this place has already been looted. Okay. And there's my corpse. Oh, please don't come in here. Oh, please don't come in here. Well, this guy didn't live long. I do wonder if the Prowler works differently from the Hunter, or if I just got really unlucky right there. What the fuck, dude? What the hell? Oh, yeah, it does work differently. That is... I really can't visually, yet at least, tell the difference between the Hunter and the Prowler. Okay, he just knows where I am. Is that the case? Because if that's the case, then that is extreme bullshit. Yeah, he just follows me. I'm outside of his view range, outside of his hearing range, but he just follows me. That is bullshit. I don't like that at all. And he can see me in bushes and whatever. Suppose he stopped following me, but I'm not a fan of enemies like that. Oh, is he still coming? Sure seems like it. Yeah. Still coming. That is extreme bullshit. Like, I don't want to read these notes because I don't know if the game pauses while I'm reading them. Just take a quick look and move along. Yeah, not a fan of enemies like this at all. Like, I was hoping the difficulty would ramp up a bit, because up to this point it has been very, very easy to avoid enemies. But that's not what I was hoping for. At all. It just makes me rush through this section. And not for a reason that feels good. And I wonder where that enemy is now, since I reset, and he apparently did not. Yeah, that's him. Oh my god, that is really, really bad. Like... Oof. That is not an enemy type that belongs in a stealth game. Or any game, really. If you ask me. No, this place isn't way too guarded. It's just, it has one dude with magic insight on where I am. That's not good. I don't know how you're supposed to deal with this guy. Maybe I can place a trap, but even that's a temporary thing. Like, last time I placed a trap for a normal enemy, it only slowed him down for a few seconds. Now there he is again. So... Oh... Like, I was expecting like a reasonably janky game, considering it's a very small indie game. But I was still expecting it to be like, okay, this guy probably knows his stealth. So I can take the jank. If there are some interesting ideas in the stealth, and that is not it. That is a big disappointment that this even has an enemy like that. Okay, it at least pauses when I'm in this menu. That's like as much of a distraction I can do. I think he's already on his way back. And I'm dead. Oh, never mind, that's not him. Never mind. I have no rocks, I have nothing to work with. Well, now I'm dead. This is really stupid. Sure, if you can at least, like, give me some sort of justification for why this guy knows where I am. Like, this is the exact same kind of enemy as we had in that VR stealth game, Budget Cuts. The final boss of Budget Cuts always knew exactly where the player is. And I quit playing that game at the final boss because it was so shit. Like, I feel like if you want to have an enemy like this, there needs to be some sort of explanation as to why he is following you. How does he do it? Or, optionally, don't make it so blatantly obvious that he's cheating. Like, okay, you want to add in an enemy that does kind of follow you to add some tension, then have him follow you in like a rough area. Like, kind of a bad example, but I like Alien Isolation. Like, sure, obviously the alien knows where you are and moves accordingly, but it still doesn't pinpoint you like perfectly all the time. Oh yeah, I don't have a backpack, so I can't take traps. And I don't have a map. Hooray, checkpoint. Problem is that the checkpoints don't really help when he still knows where I am, and his position isn't reset. Yeah, it is definitely not a good sign. The thing is, I was actually really digging the concept and the style, like the way it's displaying uh, view cones and how you have a view cone like this. And I think all the story something like this needs is, yo, escape bad people. All right, that will do. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. The Prowler. That ain't it. Especially when we have situations like this, where if I want to avoid these guys without, like, wasting resources, I just have to time my movement right. And since they apparently are turning randomly, I don't really have the luxury of just uh, timing things correctly, because it could just be that this time around it took you half a minute to get past these guys. Nothing you could do about it, you just had to wait. And if it took me 10 seconds, I would make it, but 30 seconds and the Prowler catches me. Can I do something like this? Too far away. So where is the Prowler right now anyway? Did he pull an amnesia and despawn when I died? Dude! Not... Not only was I hiding, he shot me through the fence. Man, that's such a letdown. I was being distracted because I just unlocked an achievement. I was interested to check out what did I do. Return to last death spot. I already did that once. A couple of times even. Yeah, exactly. Like, I was talking about this a moment ago. Like, okay, I'm injured after somebody shot me. I was injured and I was leaving a trail of blood behind me. But right now, I'm not injured. I'm just gonna sit here and wait, see if he comes to me. And what happens when I respawn at that point? Am I just permanently fucked? Yeah, like blood trails, that would be completely okay. That's something you can work around with. Like, go through some terrain where you cut the blood trail. Like, go through a river, go through a bush. And then eventually you can just completely get rid of that disadvantage by healing up. All good. But what can you do about something like this? Hey, Alejandro. Or maybe you could do some other kind of tracking stuff. Like like basic footprint stuff, but you could maybe take that a bit further, given that the theme of the game appears to be effectively a manhunt. Hey, there he is. Like clockwork. Now, what happens when I press continue? As expected. That's no. Yeah, like I was saying before he caught up with me again. You could take the basic footprint tracking a bit further with something like this. So instead of just leaving footprints all over the place, only leave footprints like in very, very specific situations, like or you're walking through a very muddy area where you leave very clear footprints. But instead have like when you walk through the bushes, which I've been doing a lot in this game so far. I feel like if somebody was to walk through shrubbery like that, they would probably leave a trail. So I feel like that would be a natural counter to shrubbery being so powerful. So people just notice that, wow, somebody has walked through here, and then start tracking from there. And then as you leave the shrubbery, there's no longer a trail. Something like that. Let's see. I have no idea what these are. Oh, these are different levels. So I made it to the third one. It's a bit distracting when this map has the same icon as the killer. I don't know what you would call these. I wasn't counting. Was it 10? Yeah. Yeah, that's... It's strange because the first two were... Like, sure, that's a tutorial, effectively. The first trial, that's like the first level, and it's very, very easy. And then you get to this one, and it doesn't even feel like it's hard for a good reason. It just feels like a really dick move. I'm curious to know, what is the design idea behind the Prowler? What if I press continue? Does it just put me back in the same death loop? You know, I'm gonna have to ask the dev what the deal is with the Prowler. Yes, man, I would like to know, like, or I would like to be able to play the game more, but I'm not gonna bother if this is what it's about. This is not an enemy that should exist. And I can't even go to this zone, because I haven't finished it. I can apparently start the second zone again, but if I just want to restart the third zone, where I'm stuck in a death loop, I can't. I have to do the second level again. Yeah. Actually, let me see. Is this different from before? It does say it's a roguelite, so wouldn't surprise me if there was some uh, map randomization. Doesn't seem like it though. Seems like the roguelite element is mostly the permadeath. Because this is exactly like it was before. Yeah, and now I'm gonna have to do a tutorial on lockpicking and shit like that. I mean, of course my shirt changed. It's a different character. Yeah, there's the blood. Like, track that. I'm injured. You can track the blood. But, and that's why medkits and knowing when to heal is so valuable, I think. Or it could be, but isn't. And it's arguably just meaningless. Man, you could actually do some interesting stuff with the healing mechanic if blood trails were a thing. Like, right now it's just one medkit to heal one health bar. But what if you somehow made bleeding a consideration when healing up? So it might be beneficial to you to not okay. I'm sure you can do this more interestingly, but say, for instance, you have 3 health bars. Somebody shoots you twice, you're down to 1 health bar. You have 2 medkits. Right now, there's no reason not to use both of them immediately and get back to full health. But say, after healing, you also lose your bleeding status, and people can't track you. In that situation, it would actually be beneficial to you to only heal once and be at 2 health points. because you want to save the second medkit in case somebody shoots you again and you're once again in the bleeding state. That alone, I think, would add some depth to it. And I'm sure you could do a lot more interesting stuff with it. That's just like off the top of my head. Stuff I haven't thought through. Do I make any sense? I don't know. Please let me know if I don't make any sense. So light doesn't seem to be a factor in whether enemies can see me or not. That's something I'm actually okay with. Like, if that's not in the scope of the mechanics you have in mind for your game, then all right. You don't need light to be something to consider, and it can just be strictly a visual thing. I don't know why I'm continuing to play. It's the same level again, and I know I won't be beating the third level. Oh, no, it is not that simple of a mechanic to implement. By no means. It's a simple mechanic assuming that you have already implemented blood trails, which are not implemented, as far as I can tell. Like, on top of blood trails, it's simple. But unless you add blood trails as well, then it's meaningless. And given that the Prowler is a thing, it's safe to say that the blood trails are probably not a mechanic. I mean, you make it sound simple, but there are more things to consider than just have enemy follow the blood trail. Like, at what point do you stop the blood trail? How do you want to be able to throw enemies off aside from just healing? Like, how aggressively do they follow the blood trails? Do they give up eventually? Like, there's a lot of questions that need answering before you can just say, see blood follow. I don't know. Maybe I'm in a funny position because I'm a programmer who shit talks design questions. So I know how things work from one perspective, and I shit talk about the other as if I knew. Yeah, this came out like last week. Dear brothers and sisters, the spiked beacon in the east brought us so much misfortune through the years. We must protect ourselves against those unknown shrines of false gods. No one has to die in vain anymore. Very cool. Nice timing, just as this guy shows up. Not that it mattered. Oh, we're back here. Yeah, it does seem to pause. Like, I first thought it didn't pause, but like right now, it seems to be active still. But if I have this menu open, the enemies don't move. Like you can tell by this guy in the distance. So it doesn't seem like it technically pauses the game. It just disables AI while you're in inventory. And I assume that's the same case for newspapers and such. Because why would it not be? Really? Just logically thinking, you can assume that that's the case. Yeah, I guess I'll beat this level and get like whatever the best stealthy thing was. Shadow. Or try to. What did it say? It said maybe something. I didn't have time to read it. Oh, what? Oh, I still alerted somebody. I don't remember how that happening, but maybe it happened. Oh well. And now it's basically game over because the Prowler exists, and I hate it. Just hate it. Oh, I triggered the first enemy? Oh, well, shit. Good stuff. Will track a character in any part of the map, so you better move constantly. That really is just it. I don't remember getting that prompt before, or it could be because I was doing something else at the time. Wow. That's actually... Wow. Why? I didn't pay attention to the dialogue, not this time. I mean... I can safely say that he tracks me even without blood. So it's... The objectives changed really fast. And like that Prowler thing, the info on the Prowler was visible for like maybe 15 seconds and now it's gone. And looking at this objective screen, there's a lot of space in here. You could just keep notes on that. No need to reset it. Is that the Prowler behind me? Oh, it sure is. I'm glad I saved right there. Yeah, that's just horseshit. Okay, maybe I will beat level 3. Shadow! Like, man, it's fine to introduce some sort of urgency element to it. I do not like that one bit. Dangerous pass. Okay, I'm trying to think of like other ways to make it seem urgent, like to force you to stay moving. It's like it just keeps going back to injuries. Like maybe you are injured, maybe you are bleeding out, and but you gotta keep moving to not die. Not exactly the best idea I've ever had. Don't implement that. Yeah, I've heard people compare this to Darkwood a couple of times. Never played that myself, so I wouldn't know. The Prowlers are coming this way. Piss off. Yeah, Darkwood overall. There's a reason why I didn't play it. Did not seem like my type of game one bit. The prey is annoying tonight. Have you met the Prowler? Okay, so there are other save points except those, whatever you call that. Just never tried. Also, I almost have to assume that there's no Prowler on this map, judging by how that save point was in a dead end. Because if there's a Prowler, you're so completely boned. That wasn't even me. You're just walking into your own traps. That's the Prowler. Yeah, okay. What is knowledge? That is Prowler, and that is me done. That's a shame. Because I feel like it was like almost on the right track to be something interesting. Like, I like the setting. It's actually nice that it doesn't have practically any music in the actual game. Wait. It was very basic, but aside from the Prowler, it was working. But the Prowler is just so bad. I'm not gonna bother with it for as long as the Prowler works as it does. 3 zones out of 10. But I am not done streaming today because it's only like 8 PM. Holy shit, it's only 8 PM. Jesus Christ, welcome to fucking Finland. It looks like 11 PM outside. So I'm not done streaming, but I'm not gonna bother with this, unfortunately. I can't refund it. Oh, I forgot to mention disclaimer. I got this game for free from the dev. Forgot about that. And that's actually one thing why I don't think this is a hopeless case. Because I want to believe that other than the Prowler, there could be something better in this. At least like a basic, decent stealth game. I think the dev follows me on Twitter, so... He does, yeah. I might want to throw some feedback his way. So if I had to guess, I would say that this is more of a passion project than anything else. And if that's the case, then I would assume that he's also receptive to feedback and wants the game to be as good as it can be. And while I wouldn't expect him to start implementing like blood trail mechanics and different stages of healing and whatever I was spitballing while playing, like at least like the Prowler has to change. That's not acceptable. I could switch to Penumbra Overture. I could probably beat that tonight easily. I could maybe beat like both Penumbra games tonight. Like a very casual playthrough of Overture. See how that stacks up against not Penumbra, Amnesia Rebirth. could be fun, and I think I will do exactly that. So give me a few minutes. I'll set up something different. So be right back. Quick update on the penumbra thing. I do not remember how to run this game in a window, and it doesn't support 1440p. So bear with me for a moment. Okay, another update on the Penumbra situation. I have the same fucking mouse issue as I did with Conan 47, meaning that the mouse every few moments just decides to get like 10 times the sensitivity and then goes right back, making it practically unplayable. That's not great. I will try windowed mode, see how that works out. But, you know... Oh right, this is Penumbra Overture and windowed mode. It doesn't open in the logical place on screen. In fact, it does something quite horrifying. As in, it opens up wherever it wants to. And it also locks the mouse in a strange way, so I actually can't exit the game. Oh boy. Good old HPL1 engine. Windowed mode is an absolutely wonderful experience. Unfortunately, it's also apparently the only experience that might work. Because that's how I always used to play this game. So maybe the mouse works if I just play it in a window. Just need to get the game to launch in a window in a position where I can actually play it. Okay, apparently... no. This is not looking good. Oh my god, I used to speedrun this game. It's not that fucking hard. Oh my good god. Maybe Black Plague works. Black Plague was the best one anyway. I would just like to play some Penumbra, but yikes, this is an experience. Oh! I can say that the Black Plague launches at a comfortable 800 by 600 full screen resolution. And gives no fucks about what else do you have on screen. And it appears to have the same mouse issue. What the fuck is wrong with my PC? And yeah, this has the same exact issues as Overture. Okay, I guess we're not playing Penumbra today, because this is not functioning. Was I thinking, assuming that a video game functions these days? If nothing else, I'll have to give to the Equinox hunt the fact that it actually functioned. Which is not a given these days. So that was a good effort. And That's all it was. I'll have to look into how to actually play that. Oof. That was my backup for the night. Shit. So I do want to keep streaming. I was hoping to stream something remotely Halloween-ish. Fuck it, I'll give Overture one more shot. One more idea on how it might work. If I can just launch the game, will it capture the mouse correctly? No, it definitely doesn't handle the mouse correctly. Oh my dear god, how is this even a thing? Yeah, that's unplayable. By every possible standard. Oh my god. That's so disappointing. I never had these issues, and now it's happened with Penumbra and it's happened with Codename 47. Shit. Like, it has to be something with my system. I don't know what it could possibly be. You know what? I think I'm just gonna call it for now, and I'll try to fix Penumbra off stream because I do want to play it. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I'll give it another go, or maybe tomorrow I'll start Hitman Contracts or something. But right now I'm not gonna start Contracts because not really what I was planning to play today, and I'm not in the mood for it. So yeah, thanks for watching the Equinox hunt. Disappointing as it may have been. And see you later.